2019 and the day is finally here. Our mirror has arrived. So I'm gonna unbox this with you guys because I can't wait. So let's get to it. Hi guys, so we have successfully unboxed, I feel like a real YouTuber now, unboxing this piece of acrylic mirror. But here it is. It looks blue right now, but it just has a lot of protective layers on top of it. This one's a lot more shiny, but this one's going to be the part that goes to the back. This is the part that the monitor is going to be on. And then there's this side, and this one looks very dull, but there is a protective layer on it. And I will wait to remove that because knowing me, I'm very clumsy. I'll probably scratch this somehow, somewhere. So I'll leave those on. But this is what it looks like. Very flimsy, very flip-floppy, if that's a word. But here it is. Here's one of many parts to our smart mirror. And while we're at it, might as well show you guys the Raspberry Pi situation. So this is what it looks like right now. I snapped it together, put all the pieces together. It's in its little case, but it's got a lot going on here, and I'll show you guys what it all is. So there's a lot of cables going on right now, but here is the Raspberry Pi. We've got, it just snapped in its little case. Over here we've got the main power supply right over here, and here's, you know, kind of on and off button, and it's connected to our power source right over there. We've got our HDMI cable right here, and then we've got two of our handy dandy mouse and keys. That's not the right word, but I can't find the right word for it. Mouse and keyboard, there it is, duh. Mouse and keyboard. So we found this little adapter thing to connect the two HDMI cables. So we have an HDMI cable that's coming from the monitor that's connected to that. So we have that right there. And then we have another HDMI cable from our Raspberry Pi, which is right here. And so to connect these two cables together, we have our adapter, which is just going to connect the two. Okay, so just a quick look at the setup. So we've got our Raspberry Pi right here. We've got this cable right here, which is the power cable. You've got the little switch on right here, and it's plugged in back there. Next up, we have our HDMI cable, which is connected to our monitor over there. We've got our two USB ports, and those are connected to our keyboard and our mouse. This was the exact moment disaster struck. Everything was going fine up until this point, and then the monitor decided not to turn on. So for context, I went through 3 different monitors, one of which had an HDMI port, 2 of them didn't. And the one that I was originally planning to use and that I did end up using did not have an HDMI port. So found the little connector thing that I showed you guys, was super excited for it, so happy, finally found a solution, and then went to go turn it on. It didn't work. And the reason being is because the HDMI signal went through so many cables and wires. The circuit was just so big for the HDMI cable to actually like be picked up by the monitor. So it just didn't work. So then I had to find a way to somehow shorten that circuit and not use as many cables. So hopefully it would work. Okay, so here's the new circuit. So to start off, we replaced the HDMI cable that came with the Raspberry Pi in the whole kit.
So there's like this little piece right here, and then it's connected to this white, I honestly have no idea what it's called. I think it might be an HDMI converter or connector. I have no idea, to be honest. But there's this, and that just plugs in really nicely to the HDMI cable here. And yeah, this works now, which is awesome. And it shortens the circuit as well, which is so helpful. So this is what it's looking like right now. We've got the HDMI little cable thing. To be honest, I have no idea what this part is called, but I've just been calling it an HDMI cable, so we're just gonna go with that. And then we have our little power supply, obviously. And this HDMI cable, this is connected to this little HDMI connector, I think. To be honest, again, I have no idea what this is called. But that's connected to that, which is then connected to this black little HDMI port, converter, chip. I have no idea what this is called, but this is that circuit over there. And then, of course, we've got the power supply for a Raspberry Pi. And then over here, we have just the mouse and the keyboard connected. So a slight change in plans. Originally, I was gonna build a frame around the mirror and the monitor, but as you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can tell, but the mirror is so much bigger than the monitor right now. And the problem with that is the light will go through. There's gonna be light that's gonna be like obviously going through the mirror, which will mean that you won't really be able to see the whole like display very easily. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the mirror to be the size of like this inner portion. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like there's like this like frame, kind of like, obviously there's the built around frame around it. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the mirror the same size, and this whole like outer cover shell thing on the monitor is just gonna be the frame. So this is what we have at the moment right now. Just put a piece of paper on it like this, so I know how much to cut the mirror, but we're making progress, guys. So the mirror has been cut. It's this size now, and this is what the actual mirror looks like. Okay, so we're making progress, you guys. I think honestly, I've made more progress in this one night than I have in the past 3 months. It's okay, we're making progress, and that's what matters. So I finally got this to be the size of the monitor, which is awesome. And now I'm going to hot glue it. But before I do that, I'm going to clean the mirror because right now, I don't know if this, oh wait, it's stuck. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's very, it has a lot of fingerprints at the moment, and that's not ideal. So I'm gonna clean the back of it. Even though I didn't take the screen off of it, I still do want to clean it just to make sure. And then I'm gonna hot glue it, and then we're gonna be done. So this is like the last step. I'm so excited, you guys. So after a lot of cutting, it finally fits. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it finally fits inside of the monitor display thing, which is awesome. So now we need to hot glue this together. My phone is so close to dying and I have not made my bed yet, but this is what it looks like right now with the mirror. Obviously you still need to turn on the Raspberry Pi and turn on the back stuff. This is what it looks like. Yeah. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like. Obviously you can't really see the mirror right now, but just to show you guys the functions of the smart mirror. So over here we've got the time and the date. And to be honest, I don't really know what the bottom stuff is. I think it might just be the time, the sun. To be honest, have no idea. Then down we have calendar. Then down here we have the Spotify thing, And for some reason, it doesn't work with the Spotify app. It only works if you play it on like the web player. So that's a little problem, but I'm not too worried about that. So there's that. And then move over and you've got temperature and weather. And yeah, oh, it's over here you see what time the sun rises. But there's that. Currently feels like -5 right now. And you've got, you know, the complement, and then you have the news. So that's what it looks like without the lights on. And then you have the mirror stuff. So this is what it looks like with the lights on. Obviously, I think the mirror is really good. I also got my fingerprints on it already, which isn't surprising,